What's happening? A big thing right now is poison. But what if you can poison, confuse, and burn all at the same time without ever doing any damage except for the damage counters? So let's go to my deck list. Alright, so today we're going to do special conditions only. No other damage to the Pokemon. Well, not entirely true. You can do it on the second attack hitting for 70 if you're in a pinch. But the first attack for the Arbok from Temporal Forces confuses, burns, and poisons your opponent's active Pokemon. So the obvious one we're going to use is Perilous Jungle to help boost the poison. Unless it's a dark Pokemon, then obviously it doesn't add the extra 20. But the brand new card from Journey Together is the Magmortar. Running a 4/4 line, trying to get all 4 on your bench. Adds 30 more damage for each Magmortar you have down to the burnt Pokemon across the way. You could add up to 120 damage. Yes, they flip a coin if they're still burnt, but if that thing flips tails and they don't get out of the active, boom, 120 more damage, plus the poison, and don't forget they're confused. So if they can't get out of the active, they have to flip a coin in order to attack. And we're going to try to keep them in the active because we're going to play the Gravity Gemstone. So that's how it works. A whole bunch of supporters. 4 Iono, 4 Research, 4 Arven, 2 Boss to just cycle through. And of course, we want to get everybody down. So we're going to try to go second and find an Arven to use the trolley. Or if you can Research or Iono into it, great. Because we are a 1 prize deck, so if they turn around and get a prize, not a big deal. Just always have another Arbok ready to go. Put as many Magmortars down as you can and use Fezandipiti sparingly because it's your only 2 prizer. You don't want it to get bossed up and boom, they get 2 prizes instead of 1. So that's how this one works. After this video, make sure you go to the Damage Counters podcast. We released a new video on Monday. Go check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments on the video. So I'm excited to try this one out on the ladder. Let's see it in action. All right, I get to go first and I've got legit nothing. So going first was kind of bad. They won the coin toss. They chose to go second, which probably means they're going to Tatsugiri and try to find a supporter. Yeah, I'm just going to Iono. I literally have nothing. Gonna Iono, hopefully straight into the Precious Trolley. Get everybody down. All right, what are we going against? Slowpoke, not 2, okay. Academy at Night, which is good because we're gonna win the Stadium War now. Just gotta find mine and not Research them away. Since they can only play 4. They did not find one. Now they can try to find one next, but I'm going to Iono anyway because I don't want to get rid of Counter Catcher and all this stuff. Because I only play 6 energy. So I don't want to get rid of 2 plus Counter Catcher. Alright, are they going to go or... Oh my god. Cypher Maniac. I wish I had a Judge now just to mess that up. Okay, here we go. They put that down. They're going to get the 2 cards they need on their next turn. So I'm going to Iono anyway. Thank goodness for a 2-minute long turn. All right, so there's that. Let's Iono. Oh my god, I should have put down. I didn't even realize. That's okay. That's no big deal. We'll find it again. And see, there's another one anyway. Boom. And unfortunately, that's it. Now I have an Arven where I can do I can get my trolley. All right, so there we go. Now we're Stadium Battle. We're gonna put ours down next. They get no supporter again. Come on, I gave you 2 cards that you wanted. Iono, that's actually really good because I kind of want to run right into the trolley. Come on! Oh my god, this is so bad. This is like beyond bad. This top deck better be a trolley. I mean, otherwise I got to put down Fez. I got reversal, so that's not even going to work. They're getting... They should have got rid of the reversal, because I'm not going to take any prizes. Are they literally in top deck mode? They are. So I have a chance. I don't be... Okay. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll end turn. We've got nothing. We need them to find an Iono. Come on. Find an Iono. I literally have nothing. Attract customers. Come on, Iono. Iono. Research, of course. Yeah, you're going to research. What'd you research away? Conkeldurr. Now I'm in top deck mode, and the worst thing I could find is a research. Arven. Iono. Heck, I'll even find the trolley, so at least I can get some stuff going down and thin the deck. I think they're banking on me taking some prizes in the beginning, but unfortunately, I've got nothing. Come on. A switch. I'm not even going to waste time here. This is ridiculous. Literally only wasted it in one Iono. Got 4 research, 4 Arven, and 3 other Ionos. I've got nothing. It's 11 other cards. Okay, here we go. Arven would actually be really good. Oh my god! I can't. This is so ridiculous. I'm not even going to waste the energy attached to Fez. Because they've gotten rid of energy. 2. You have 9 cards. I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 7. They have 9. We're just sitting here passing back. It's the beginning of the game. I'll tell you, once I get started here, I mean, at this point, this is just so ridiculous. Iono. Maybe they don't want Iono since they know I don't have... Oh my god, Cypher Maniac. We're going to have to wait for them to pick their 2 cards. Like, for real. Pick your 2 cards. Knock me out. I can Fez and at least start playing the game. I mean, no matter what, I'll be able to Fez. Because I do have Night Stretcher. So if they decide to boss it up, knock it out. Okay, Code Breaker. I just don't... Please don't give me a research. I need an Iono or an Arven. At least. Okay. Clairvoyant Sense. Here we go. They're going to be able to attack if they can move. Well, they can move because they have Latias. All right, finally. But they... Okay, that's number 3. You're going to be running out soon. They're going to finally jet up. Holy cow. Here we go. Night Stretcher, what? Academy at Night. Here we go. Seek inspiration from... Thank you for knocking me out. I appreciate that. Here we go. Maybe now I get a top deck plus a couple extra cards and I can do something. All right, let's go. Magmar. Cool. Magmar. And flip the script. Come on, give me something. And there's the trolley. Okay, trolley. Ekans. That... Oh. Let's put another... We'll just put an Ekans up in the front. So to switch this, boom, we will put an energy there. I am not going to Night Stretcher because I kind of have stuff I need. Yeah, there you go. End turn. All right, so they can take another knockout. We're going to try to win this on Iono at the end. Ionoing them down to 1. They're never going to be able to use Fez, ever. I mean, that's our goal right now. They only have the Slowking, the 1 attacker. And if I can get everything I need, let's see if they knock me out. If they don't, what do I get? Can I get anything out? No, I kind of want them to knock me out. I can use pretty much everything. Bang, bang, bang. There's, wow. Yep, lose the energy. And take out a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, figured that much. All right, we'll come up with Ekans. We're going to not knock it out. We're going to confuse it. Can we make this comeback? I don't know. We'll see. We've got at least... Okay. So, boom, boom, Night Stretcher for you, Night Stretcher the other one, because I'm going to need them. There we go. I'm going to need the Night Stretcher for... All right, let's just research. Here we go. Perilous Jungle. And now flip the script. Okay, Gemstones down. Arbok's there. Not really going to do anything else. We're going to poison. There we go. Poison, burn, confusion. There's only 20 for the burn. They're not burned anymore. There's 30 for the poison. And remember, they're still confused. So I can Iono. Let's see. I've got Magmar. I got 3 in there. I can only get 2 back. But we're going to Iono them down to 2. Fez is never going to be used. Could this be an absolutely unbelievable comeback? I mean, it's going to take me 6 turns. Unless I boss up. Where are my bosses, by the way? We've got 2 boss and 2 counter catcher. I've not seen any of them, have I? No. All right, well, I'll Iono into hopefully a counter catcher. Oh, they're going to try to use Fez. But we're gonna Iono. My turn. All right, they're going to try to find Fez. Arbok, Iono. We will Night Stretcher you, since it can go down now. Boom. We're going to Iono you down to 2. There we go. Iono you down to 2 cards. Yeah, there's 31 back in there. You only get 2. You'll never be able to use Fez. Boom. We'll put this down. We'll put... Can we get it? Do we have another one? We don't. It's probably prized. Because I can't get to it anymore. We'll just panic poison. There you go. Definitely knocked out. Can't use Fez. The gemstone does nothing because of Latias. There's a counter catcher. So I can counter catcher whatever I need to. Fez only hits for 100. So I think we're looking pretty good. Right? Fez only hits for 100, and then I'm going to confuse it, poison it, and burn it. The Perilous Jungle does not have an effect, and of course I Iono them straight into a research, which means I'm going to have to Iono again. Hopefully they don't find an energy. They've got a Xatu, but if they want more cards, it would have to go to the bench. We're going to Iono them. Yeah, Academy at Night. Great. Super. And they find that. Okay. They are going to do 100 to anywhere. Night Stretcher. Probably Slowpoke. Is it going to be Slowpoke? But then I'm going to Iono them down to 2 again. We're going to confuse Fezandipiti. Yeah, you can Cruel Arrow. They did not get their Slowpoke down. Oh, wow. It's going to take them 3. They're going to try it. They're going to try to do it, but we're going to get rid of you. We're going to Perilous Jungle. We are going to Iono. Here we go. We're going to Iono you back down to 2. Not going to counter catcher. Arbok there. Good switch. All good. Panic. Poison. Yes. So they're going to be burned and poisoned. The poison only does 10. There's the burn. Yes. Burn is going to take effect, which means it's going to get knocked out if they get confused. Right? 30, 100. No, it's going to be... But it's going to be on the next turn. It's fine. All because that Perilous Jungle doesn't work. So Burn's going to get 80. Yeah, they're going to get 90 again. But if they try the attack and they confuse themselves and get tails, that means Fez gets knocked out. And I counter catcher Latias. Tails, yes! And now Fez gets knocked out. I counter catcher Latias. And boom. Burned. We don't care. You're going to get knocked out anyway by the 10 poison. 2. I need Latias so I can trap whatever I want in the... Alright, so there's the Magmar. Very good. We've got another one. We're going to counter catcher. Because the most important here All right, so let's do this. Let's go get this counter catcher and a switch. Oh, tool. We're gonna get double counter catcher. I already have a switch. So counter catcher, this guy. Yeah, it's gonna, don't need to do anything else. Panic poison, yes. And here we go. It is 80. Perilous Jungle. It's going to get knocked out. Yes, it is going to be able to move, but that's okay. That's 110. I'm just going to counter catcher it right back up. And that gives me 2 prize. Now they're going to Night Stretcher. And I actually might just, if this is a Slowpoke, because it is Fez. Yeah, you can't use Fez. You're only getting knocked out by damage counters. There is no damage going in this deck. 0 damage. Yeah, they're going to come up. They're going to try to get attract customers. But then they're going to lose their free retreat. Oh, they did not try to do attract customers. All right, I'm going to Night Stretcher the poison. The Magmortar. I'm going to Night Stretcher that. Counter catcher Latias. Take 2 more prizes, and then we win the game at this point. All right, so we will Night Stretcher this. Go get another one. Boom. Magmortar. Put that down. We don't need a switch. We're going to counter catcher you again. Boom. And now Panic Poison. Yes. Now they have the gemstone kicks in. 110 knocked out, plus a little bit extra just for good measure. And what a comeback. I don't see me losing unless they like counter catcher me and Iono. They would need to counter catcher Iono, and it could not be Fez or the other Arbok. Oh, that is an Iono. But they would also need a counter catcher. Let's see. All right, they Iono me down to 1. Now, if I get knocked out, I still got Fez. And I got the switch. Yes. That's why we play 4. We play 4 switch. Blood Moon. And we win the game because all we need is 1. I mean, that was close. They could have done it. They could have done it. And boom, burn, poison, confuse, 110. That's the game. They would have needed to counter catcher and try to get out of the active, but I had the gemstone. They would need to find a lot of cards. Are going against Charizard. Now the problem with Charizard is the Perilous Jungle doesn't add it because it is a dark type. So let's see. We are going to Iono. We just hope we don't Iono them into what they need. We're going to Magmar. We're going to put that down. I'm going to put the energy on the Ekans that is on the bench. Just in case I get knocked out. Boom. Put that there. Do I want to get rid of... No, we're just going to Iono because we're going to try... We're going to keep those Ultra Balls in there. And what do we got? We got another... We got 2 Ekans, so I don't need that. I've got a switch. I've got... Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. The Arven will give me the gem. The Gravity Gemstone. Oh, they can... We can use the Artisan. Alright, so I got Arbok. I've got the energy. I've got an Arven. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else. Doesn't look like... Okay, so they have Artisan still, which helps because now I can get another Magmar down. I just need one of the Research Ionos out of the next couple cards. Oh, they're going to Cleffa, which is going to be golden. I got Defiance Band. They have no idea what's about to happen. Are they going to get knocked out? No, not really. They're going to be confused, but confusion doesn't work. Now, if they bring up Cleffa and I can find the stadium somehow, they did not do damage. All right, so we'll Artisan a Magmar. Because what we want to do is we can get this here. We can get that here. We're going to save that. We're going to go get... All right. If I get this, because I don't need the trolley really anymore. We're going to put the gemstone. Do I get rid of this? We're going to save the Nest Ball because the Nest Ball can get me Fez. We're going to put the Magmar down so they're burned. I need the burning to take effect. Not going to use the Nest Ball yet because that's going to be a target, meaning they're probably not going to Iono. There's 50, they're burned, and they're still burned, so unless they're able... they can retreat, right? Because they do have 2 energy on it. So they can retreat. Or they get knocked out. And they're going to Iono. That's perfect. I get 6 new cards. I get 6 new cards. And there's the Perilous Jungle. I could boss up anything. I've got another Magmar down. I've got the Jungle. Alright, so if this Charmander gets knocked out, I just go for another Charmander and just try to take care of that. I've got the other Arbok ready. Oh, this is fantastic. We are cooking here. The good thing is, even if they retreat, this Charmander already has 60 damage on it. So if it does become a Charizard, we're going to confuse it. All right, there we go. They got the Relor, which that just stops everything from the bench. We're only hitting the active. There's a Charmeleon. Now the Charmeleon stops effects of attacks, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, with Flare Veil, it prevents all effects of attacks used by your Pokemon done to this one. So it's actually immune, which is pretty funny. So we need this to be a Charizard, so we're going to go KO something else. All right, Magmar. Yeah, it's all the effects are not good. So what we'll do is we'll boss this Panic Poison. It's definitely going to get the knockout because we have to wait for this now to be a Charizard. It's got to evolve. And then we're just going to try to confuse it. Arbok, cool. Our counter catcher's not active. So if they come up with this, there's nothing we can do. We have to wait for it to be a Charizard. We are in 100% top deck mode. They're going to do another 50 unless they find their Charizard, which they could now, which means they're going to knock out. But then I'm going to come up and confuse it and do a whole lot of damage. Oh, unless they know, they're just going to wait and try to evolve everything. Oh, but they can't. They already got the Defiance Band on. The other thing I can do is hit this for 70 with Darkness Fang. Not what I thought I was going to do. All right, so I kind of need another energy. Then I can Darkness Fang the Charmeleon. So they're going to put a Buddy-Buddy. All right, where's it? Pop me an energy. 1, 2. It means there's 4 in there somewhere. So not good odds. They can't retreat. They're going to have to stay there. And they do 80 because of the Defiance Band. All right, since they're only doing 80 with the Defiance Band, this is crazy. Not what I thought I was going to have to go against here. Switch, Nest Ball, Night Stretcher, Tool, boom. Thank you, Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher for the energy. Put that down. That's my last tool for the energy. And now use Darkness Fang to knock it out. Wow. Did not think I was going to be using that one today. At all. And there's another energy. That's good. Okay, but now I need to get an Arbok. Or I'm going to have to take a turn off soon. I got to get another Ekans going. And I got to get it going fast. Or they're just going to keep... Oh, do they not have anything? Oh, they got nothing, which means now we're going to hit the Charmander. There's an Arbok. I got double Arbok. I need, well, Poison. Yes. Now, they could have used Fez on that one. That's it. Now we're just taking... Yeah, they probably thought they could try to retreat, maybe. I don't know. Or they needed one card. There's a research. Okay. The problem with the research is I'm getting rid of 2 Arboks, which means all of them are in the discard. I do have 4 Night Stretcher, so yeah, we'll have to research. At this point, I don't think Counter Catcher is going to be active. But research will give me another Ekans, and then I just got to find another Night Stretcher before I get totally knocked out. Yeah, you can't retreat. So we will just research. Night Stretcher. Cool. Do this. We can Night Stretcher and Ekans. Boom. And now Panic Poison. At least I've got the Ekans going. We can Night Stretcher another one. I think we're good. All we need is 2 more knockouts for these guys. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, this is kind of worked perfectly. They come up with Pidgeot. Do they have a rare candy? They do. Okay. Now, we can trap this in the active because they have free retreat. Now they can get anything they want. Let's see what they get. I mean, if I was them, I would either get something that totally helps or an Iono. Now, I don't know. Have we seen their A-Spec? We have not. We have not seen the A-Spec. And they just pass because they can't retreat. We'll go get one of these. I don't think I think, yeah, we'll get this. And then I'll have to Arven for... I'm just setting up because you never know what's going to happen. And we did this all without Trolley. We've got another Arbok done, ready to go. We've got a switch. That's the most important thing. And we Panic Poison. So you are confused, you're stuck. It's doing 140 in between turns. That's the game. Unless they attach, that is the game. 170 damage counters. That's pretty nice. They can't retreat. They can't do nothing. Okay, now they can retreat. They've attached the energy. They're going to quick search. And they're going to get their card. And what are they going to do with it? They could try to trap me, but I do have a switch. Okay, they did. You quick search, but you didn't play a card? Okay. I guess maybe they just thought, whatever. We had them. That worked to a T. And we even had to get through that Flare Veil ability. All right, Dodon Sparse Mew. So, is it a Gholdengo? We're about to find out. I'm thinking it's Gholdengo. Oh, it's Gholdengo Dragapult. Very good. All right, so the good thing is all our poison stuff will work. There's Fez. That's going to be completely useless to you all game. Unless I attack with the second attack. Here's the problem. I'm going to get everything down. Okay. And do I want to put the gemstone on it yet? Ooh, there is a switch. Okay. So let's get you down and you. There's the gemstone. So now let's get Precious Trolley to Ekans. This. Do I get Fez now? I don't think so because I have an Ultra Ball. So let's just, we'll fill up our bench. There we go. We will put one down there. I'm going to put the jungle anyway. And we'll leave it there. Okay. Because now, here's the thing. Oh, maybe I should have switched already. No, glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. Because I can switch now. Depending on what this other card is. I'm trying to think if I should. I really need a supporter. Really need a supporter bad. And I might have to get rid of the Gravity Gemstone. Depending on if it's a Research or Iono. Big Air Balloon on Dragapult. It only has a 1 retreat cost. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I literally counters my gemstone, right? Doesn't it? Stage 2 Pokemon has no retreat cost. But then does 1 get added? I believe. All right, so they bite, which is fine because I got everything I need. All right, I do have to switch, so we're going to do that. Mortar. And then I can get rid of these 2. Or, I don't think I need the gemstone for this matchup. We'll get this, Arbok. And the reason I'm getting this is because I want to try to get Fez when I get knocked out eventually. And Panic Poison, do I reach it? I don't know. I don't feel like doing the math. There's 50. Poison is going to get the knockout. So it doesn't matter if you're burned or not, because bye, see ya. And there we go. And the good thing is they're going to think, oh, I could Fez. No, you can't. And there is another Magmortar. Now I kind of wish I had a gemstone available, because Mew has free retreat. That's the whole point. But I'm happy that I kept the Ultra Ball, right? Yeah, they just realized they can't use Fez. So what's going to happen? You can't use Fez the entire game. Unless I do the second attack here. Okay. Ultra Ball 4. I'm going to guess Gholdengo. No. Dragapult. What are you doing? Why would you get Dragapult? Unless all your Gholdengos prize, which that would be bad. Or at least get your Dunsparce. What is going on? Okay. Well, we're gonna get Mew here, and there's a research. Cool. So we're gonna put that down. We don't need it now. We're gonna get research. We're gonna get a whole bunch of new cards. Switch counter catcher. Nothing works, but that's okay. We'll panic poison and get 80 damage. There's gonna be another 30. Okay, they're not poisoned. They're not burned. Okay, but they're still poisoned and confused. They can retreat. So we can Arven for... I think there was only that one gemstone. The other one's prized. And you're going to put energy on Dunsparce? I'm confused. I am super duper confused. What are they doing? They're going to gnaw for 100 and... For 10. Okay. I'm confused. I'm not going to do anything here. Let's Arven for something. We'll go get Ultra Ball. Counter catcher's obviously not going to be needed. Nest Ball won't be needed. We'll go get an Arbok in case we do get knocked out, right? That is more important right now. Panic Poison. Boom. Taking another knockout. Going down to 4 prizes. And clearly knocked out. Still wondering, it would be great if that was a gemstone, and it is! Holy cow! Because now, after the next one, they're not going to be able to retreat with Mew. Which means this game should be over pretty quickly. I'm still flabbergasted that they did not go get a Gholdengo unless they only play like 2 and they're prized. Alright, very good. We will, we got a jungle, we've got this, we've got a switch. We are not going to Iono. Obviously, they have nothing. We are just going to poison, confuse, burn, boom for the knockout. Taking 2 more. We only got 2 prizes to go. Arven, cool. Nothing I really need here. I could get a, there's no energy. So, Night Stretcher doesn't even work yet. They still can't Fez. I mean, they're playing the game. We know they have a Dragapult, so, yep. Alright, they must only play like either a 1-1 or 2-2 Gholdengo for draw. Which is kind of weird. I mean, heck, they put a big air balloon on Dragapult anyway. Alright, let's see. We got rid of Rare Candy Dragapult to go get Gholdengo. What? Not confused. Coin bonus for 2. And yeah, we're good because we're going to confuse you. Panic Poison. Not even going to waste time. Poison, confused. You got a 3 retreat cost, so you can't really do much there. Alright, you're not burned. I mean, burn is where we get most of the damage from, obviously. But once it returns here, unless they have a switch or a Turo, it's pretty much... There's a Dracloak. Coin bonus for 2. Recon. Alright. I think once it comes back, we're just going to take the win here. I mean, the only thing that can really hurt me is an Iono, and they get me stuck. An Iono counter catcher. They can get me stuck for a bunch of turns until I find a supporter that'll help. But other than that, you stuck. You can Arven for a switch. Let's see what they Arven for. Could they Arven for an Energy Surge Pro? They could, but even if they get the knockout, I just come up and knock them out. No, they get a Max Rod. Why in the world are you playing a Max Rod in this deck? I'm confused. They're going to Max Rod. Oh, how many energies are in there? 4. Okay, so they can get 4 energy. Kind of makes sense. But if you don't have a switch, you're getting knocked out no matter what. Regardless. Okay, so there's their 5 cards. But if they don't have a switch, I've got the win. Again, unless they take a knockout and they Iono. Oh no, they Arven, so they can't Iono. Rare Candy into Pult. Do they have a switch? I don't think so. Defiance Band. Do they have something up their sleeve that I am totally unaware of? I don't think they have a way to switch out of the active. 3 retreat costs. You can't attach. You've already attached over here. You don't have a switch. And I believe we win. Because it's Panic Poison. 80. Okay, technically burned. Okay, not heads. All right. I should have Arvened for a Magmortar. Oh, did I even have a... No, I had no Ultra Balls left. So, yeah, okay, that can't... You still have a 2 retreat cost. Because the rescue board... Oh, no, it's free retreat. Did you read that? If this Pokemon's HP is 30 or less, it has no retreat cost. So they could actually retreat. This is crazy. They can actually retreat this to survive. And do some damage. With Dragapult. Okay, maybe I should have researched into... Uh-oh. Alright. I think we're good. I can Night Stretcher for the energy. This would be nuts if I lose this game. I can Night Stretcher for the energy and then try to find one of my bosses. Okay. Oh my god, they took a 2-price turn. Alright, this could actually... There's no way I'd lose this game. No way. No way. I need a boss. Alright, so there's that. Night Stretcher for this... doing Ekans. Oh, I didn't even know. I did not need the Night Stretcher. Fez. Do I Iono Fez? Yeah, let's Iono. Then I can Fez. Get a ball. I mean, that's what I was looking for, was the boss. Obviously not yet. Night Stretcher for... Alright, nothing really I need now. Panic Poison. I've got the win. Here we go. Going for 80. So, yeah. Pretty interesting. Alright, so they're still burned. So they're going to take another 110. And then actually, if they stay in the active, I win. Because as long as I do another heads. This has got to be one of the weirdest games. Now they can actually get this more Magmar. The Magmar they can actually knock out. They can actually take another 2-price turn. This is crazy. But all I got to do is boss up Gholdengo. It's got 10 HP left. Let's see what they do. Coin bonus for 1. And now, I mean, they can take a 3... No, they can't take a 3-price turn. Alright, here we go. Super Rod. Some stuff back in. Now, if they hit... They're confused, so they have to at least retreat or something. Alright, they're trying through the confusion. It's Tails. That's game. Because that's plus. And now plus another 80. And that is game. They're burned. Okay, they're not burned, but we're going to burn them anyway. And I don't think I need to do anything except attack. That was... It got a little hairy there for a minute. And there's the 80. Boom, nothing you could do. That was pretty funny. There's the other boss. Alright. Another solid win. Alright, I knew this was going to work, but I did not realize how good it was actually going to work. You are negating unfair stamp, Fezandipiti, or anything else that they can use if you knock out their Pokemon with damage, because we're only using damage counters in between turns to knock things out. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. Check out that podcast, Damage Counters Podcast. Just go to the channel. There's a link in this video, and I'll see you next time.